Hi guys, and welcome back to At Home with Elisa. I have an exciting day planned today. I'm having a mummy-daughter day with my mum. So she wants to go do some op shopping, and I would like to call into, I have two favourite nurseries on the Central Coast, and I'd really like to go to both of them and see if I can find some plants they've been on my wish list for about, I'd say probably well over a year since we moved here. So I'm hoping that I can locate them today. So I'm just heading down to the garden to show you what it is that I'm looking to purchase, and as you can see the morning crew are ready for their treats for the day. See this solar panel? Every morning the kookaburras knock it over. It needs to face to the sun. Cheeky. I do it with the other one as well. So morning chores first. Just let the little girls out. It's their day out today. So they can forage around the orchard and look for bugs. Look at that, that's Poppy. She's the most tame one. She doesn't mind a cuddle. So the chickens are right to stay outside during the day because they do run from hawks. We do have some hawks and eagles, but they've managed to avoid them. And this is the area of the garden that I am hoping to put some roses in. So you can see I've got little placeholders. I've got 1, 2, and 3. Now there is 2 roses in particular that I really have been looking for. They have a little bit of a sentimental meaning, so I'm keen to get a hold of them. So as you may or may not know, when I was younger in primary school, my mum bought a florist shop, and she had that florist shop all the way through high school for me and into my 20s as well. And I used to work a lot of peak times. I used to work every weekend. I used to work a lot of peak times in that florist shop. And every year for my birthday, she would actually get a big, used to be multiple bunches of yellow roses, which were my favorite because they're just so bright and cheery. And she would get yellow roses and put them in a cane basket for me and give those to me as a gift. And I think that was quite trendy at the time, to have the cane basket full of just plain roses. There was nothing else in them, maybe some baby's breath, that would be it. Back when cane baskets were trendy the first time. So I've actually still got some of those cane baskets that I use for my gardening stuff now. So she would give me a beautiful basket of yellow roses, and I just absolutely loved them. And I've always had yellow roses in my garden as an adult, so just to signify that. And I just think they're just so bright and cheery and beautiful. So I'll be looking for a specific rose which is called freesia. Excuse me, it's a bit chilly and windy today. I'll be looking for a specific one called freesia. I know that there is other ones, but it's the freesia one which is nice and bright, and that's the one that it reminds me the most of that time. So I'll be looking for that. And the other rose that we're looking for is one called an ebb tide, which is, I believe, the closest purple rose that you can get. I know you can get blue moon, which is like a more lilac color, and I do have some of those blue moon roses in the garden. I think I have 2 because they're just adorable. But I'm looking for the ebb tide one, which is actually for a family member who has passed. When I met my husband, he has a beautiful tattoo right on his heart, and it's a purple rose. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, that looks like an ebb tide rose. So since then, we've always had an ebb tide in our garden. Unfortunately, I did lose that one when we moved here as well. I think between the weather and the wallaby pressure, just some of them didn't survive. So I'm looking to replace them. So 2 of those 3 spots that I showed you in the garden are reserved specifically just for those 2 roses. I may have to end up special ordering them in if I can't find them. This is my 2nd year of looking for them. So if I can't find them, I'll special order them in, and then I have 1 extra spot spare. So I could get something else as well. Okay, so my morning chores are done. I have fed the chickens and checked their waters. The garden had a good water last night, so it's perfectly fine as well. So we'll probably head off shortly. I think my mum might be looking for a really thick winter jacket from the op shops. And I'm just looking for some vases or vessels that I can do some flower arrangements in. I'm close to getting my greenhouse completed, and I would like to use that. I'm hoping that in springtime I will be able to have some beautiful bunches of flowers, so I thought some vases, because all of ours are locked up in storage somewhere, and I do not know which box they're in. There's so many boxes, either in our storage container or the storage container that we hire, so they're somewhere. I thought I would bring you along for the journey, and you can have a look at the op shops and the nurseries with us. love the salvia.
Eh?
I'm after a different type of salvia actually. Oh, what's this one?
I'm taking my glasses off. I just
Oh,
need
it's
them all the
beautiful.
time. That is gorgeous, that one. How big's it grow?
The same size as the one you got at home. Yeah, 1.5 by 1.5.
Ooh.
Look at these birthday candles. We've got Gaimea lilies growing at the back of our property. Look how pretty they look in a pot though. That's inspiring. Look at this whole section of the pots. Beautiful. It's pretty. Oh, look at that one. Wow, look at that. So we've had a successful day so far. Mum has found the jacket that she was after, which is fantastic. We found that at the first op shop. Like, that never happens, the first one that you call into. So we got Mum's jacket, and we have also been to one of the nurseries that I like called Narara Valley Nursery. And we didn't find the roses that I was after. We saw some beautiful roses, but Mum did manage to get 2 plants that she was after for her pots. She's got some pots either side of, as you walk into her property, her little yard area, she's got 2 pots there. So she found some nice flowering plants for there, and one other one for her garden as well. So pretty successful, but we're about to head off to my favourite nursery very shortly. So pretty. Look at that.
Anyway, you're coming out my way, are you?
Consistency food.
Look at the fish. I think they are carp because look how big they are. Oh, there's goldfish too. Look at that. Look at those goldfish.
Yes,
What are they
no.
feeding them? Oh, they think it's food time.
Yep.
It's a very pretty nursery.
Sorry guys, haven't got any food. The carpet just does this.
Dianthus jolt.
They're pretty.
They're
aren't they?
pretty.
They're a cut flower.
That's the one we've got at home already.
Eh?
That's the one we've got at home already, the Avondale. I can hear their cockatoo.
It's cute.
Well, that's pretty, isn't it? Erica. Full sun drought tolerant semi-shade.
Hmm.
So I had a little bit of a camera malfunction when I was actually at the nursery. Not the best timing. We were just about to start the Great Rose Hunt. But good news is I found one of the roses. Not both, but I found one. I'm very excited. So I got the freesia. So this is one of the ones that I was telling you about earlier. So it's a beautiful yellow colour, and I cannot wait to put that in the garden. As you saw, I've got spots for it. And then it did come to choosing some more roses, but I couldn't choose. I know I need to save one spot, and then there's so many other pretty ones I wasn't sure what to do. And then I also ended up picking up some of these ones, which are the dianthus. So I actually haven't heard of this one before. So it's a dianthus, which I believe is just an annual. But look at that, and look at the colour on them. I love how there's some that are paler and some that are darker. So I picked up a few of those to put in one of the gardens in particular that I have down there, which will be a seed only garden. But look at those, aren't they stunning? So I picked up, I think, 4 of them, and I can't wait to get them in the garden. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have liked following us along as we did our op shopping and our nursery shopping. I think Mum and I are going to look at doing this maybe once a month or so, just to, quite often we're here at the farm by ourselves, so it's kind of nice to get out and do something, just the 2 of us. So when the kids are at school, it's fantastic. So we'll look at doing it maybe once a month, and I'll make sure that I take you with us. We love nurseries. Like, look at that colour. I love it. I love it. So thank you very much for following along today. If you have liked this video, please consider subscribing, and hopefully I will see you next time. Thank you.